Do you still have challenges using the pen tool? Maybe you want to sketch something but you don't know how to properly use the pen tool. This is the part 2 on how to use the pen tool in Affinity. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the pen tool to sketch this. So the first thing we are going to do is to create our new document. Let's use the size, but we are using a landscape orientation. Switch to vector, and then we grab the shape tool, and then I select the triangle tool. I press and hold shift on the keyboard, and then I draw. Set this color to black, and then let me turn this one off. Press and hold shift to scale down like this. Don't scale down like this, it's going to distort the shape of the triangle. Okay, so undo, and then I'm going to duplicate this one, so I have the second one like this. Now let me switch to the design. Okay, so now you can see there's an inner portion of this shape. When I turn it off here, you can see we only have 2 triangles, and this inner circle here is the bulb. So the next thing is to create the inner portion of this softbox. Okay, let's reduce this. Let's reduce the opacity of the triangle. Let's reduce it to 50. The reason why I did this is because I want to be able to see through, okay, when I'm sketching. So you grab the pen tool, you make a point here, make a point here, make another one there, create another point here, create one here, and the last one to lock it. So I have the inner shape, so I just have to drag it in between. Let me deselect this, and then let's change the color of this to something like, let's say this. Okay, so I can see this triangle here, I can see this. So let me increase this one, the opacity to 100, and then let me increase this one as well to 100, and then let's move it like this. And then I just pick the ellipse tool and I draw a circle like this, and then I put it in between like this, and then we change the color to white. So let's say we have the head of the softbox. Okay, so it's left with the leg. We select everything like this, and then I want to tilt it a bit like this. Let's grab the rectangle tool, and then let's create. Okay, so let's grab the rectangle tool, and then let's create the stand. So let's change the color to black, and then let's move it behind like this. Let's increase the size a bit, select everything, and then move it down like this. Okay, so at this point I want the stand to be a bit realistic. Okay, so let me select everything like this, and then let's work on the stand alone. So let's grab the ellipse tool, and then let's make circle like this. Okay, I want it to be flat. Let's grab the rectangle tool again, and then let me draw this. Press and hold Control, and then you drag it like this, and then let's duplicate this one. So let's import the logo. So I want to place the logo instead of maybe dragging and dropping it. So you select File, and then you select Place. So let's reduce the size, and then let's change the color for it. Okay, I want it to be visible, so you select your layer effects, and then you choose your color overlay, and then let's change this to white. But if I do this, you realize that the eyes is also white. Okay, so I don't want it that way. So you go back in there, and then you deselect this, and then you select outline, and then you select the color to white. Increase the outline like this, so something like this is okay. Okay, so we all know a tripod stand has a knot. All right, so I want to create some round knot here. I use the ellipse tool, so now you just sketch it like this. Okay, so now let's change the color to black, and then let's move it behind like this. I want to add a bit details on the stand. Okay, so the same rectangle shape, create something like this, and then let's change the color to white, duplicate it, and then let's add it somewhere here. So this is the part where it makes the whole idea realistic. So I select the shape and then I select my layer effects. So this is where I add my 3D effect. Okay, we change the values here, so you can see the more you change the values, the more it changes here as well. So you can copy these values. Okay, so you can see the effect is applied and it's looking nice on the design. The next thing I want to do is to apply the same effect onto the knot. So this is what I will do. I select this layer because it has the effects, and then I press and hold Alt and I drag to this and I release it. So you can see the effect on this is applied to this, so you can see it here. I want to edit the values a bit, so you click on this. Okay, so I want it to look like something like this. The next thing I'm doing is to add this to the stand. So you select everything and then you drag it up like this. Okay, so you can see the softbox is looking very nice. Okay, having the idea and then using the pen tool to execute the idea you have, it's something very amazing. The next thing is to add the logo here, the same logo here but now with the name. Okay, so now you can see it's not visible enough on the black. So what I'll do is to create a shape like this, and then we have an option here that you can round the corners of it. But before then, let me change the color to this. Click here to select rounded, edit the values a bit, something like this. I will clip max this inside this. The next thing I want to do is to add texture effect to the triangles here. Okay, so what I'll do is to add the noise texture effect. So I select this triangle, I select pixel, and then I select this new live filter layer, and then I select noise and then add noise. So you do it like this. Okay, so there you have it. So the next thing I will do is to apply the same effect to this triangle. Okay, so I just copy this, so Ctrl C, and then I select this, make sure it's selected, and then I paste it like this. Okay, so now you can see that we have the noise effect covering the entire design. So this is what we'll do. I will clip mask this noise into this triangle here. So you select it, make sure it's selected, and then you drag on top like this, and then you release it. Okay, so the final step to complete the entire design is to create a round ring here. All right, so I select the ellipse tool and then press and hold shift, and then you draw. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to replace the logo here. All right, so I select it like this, and then I choose this option here, replace, and then I select this one. Okay, so you see it changes. This is how I created this fake 2D art of a softbox using the pen tool and the shape tool. It's very simple and easy to do. If you found this video helpful, I want you to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.